Yo, 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 what is up? This is your boy, reddeathanims. And today, I want to let y'all know my thoughts on the last season 3 Invincible episode 8, where your boy Invincible fights Conquest. From what I hear, he's like the second strongest Viltrumite, or he's stronger than Nolan and whatnot, so that's crazy. Now, I was gonna write a script for this episode because I had a lot of thoughts, but I want to see if I can just wing it and remember my thoughts. I haven't watched the episode in like 12 hours. I was too busy, streaming that Playboi Carti album, and I will definitely review that album after this video, or sometime in the next few days, within the next few days. But yeah, and moving on from that, right? So basically, I want to get something out the way first when it comes to this Conquest fight, right? And yes, spoilers ahead, as in spoilers from the episode. I'm not gonna spoil anything I know from the comics or anything like that. It's more like, if you didn't watch the episode, this is your time to click out, because this whole video is gonna be talking about the episode. So yeah, aside from that, right, basically I want to get something out the way first, right? Right? Yes, I was, y'all saw how in my Invincible War rant video, I said that, watch, when Conquest fights Mark, more people are gonna die and whatnot. And I was right. More people do indeed die in this episode, but for some reason, I didn't really feel anything about that part. Like, I felt everything else, right? I felt the punches, I felt the combat, the choreography, the lines were awesome, the blood, the violence, all that shit is just like, wow. But when it showed people dying, I don't know if I got used to it. Cause last week, man, y'all heard my voice, like, nigga, I was devastated. I'm like, damn. So many people dying, like, can they get a break? Oh my God. No, this time, for some reason, I didn't feel anything. Maybe I'm just desensitized. I don't know. Maybe I'm used to it. I don't know. I don't know. But overall, I will say this fight was definitely more violent than the Omniman fight. And obviously Omniman was holding back a lot. If he wanted to kill Mark, he would have easily done it in the season 1 finale. So he was obviously holding back, but damn, like, Conquest, he took this shit to a whole new level. Like, this nigga Conquest, right? I don't know what city or whatever dude, he flew down at Mark and punched Mark into the road, and it looked like the entire city was being just like leveled. The entire land underneath the city, all that shit, it was getting leveled into the sea or so. Like, that's how it looked from a certain angle or shot. And I'm like, whoa, yo, that shit was gruesome. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, holy fucking shit, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this man, like, he sent this nigga Invincible flying across the ocean, bruh. Like, what, bro? And the animation, bro, oh my God. There was this one shot. There was this one part of the animation. I think Mark, he was getting up, right? Because he was punched, because they were around, like, they were near space. Conquest punched the fuck out of Mark, and Mark was sent flying down to this random city. And he gets up, he stands up, and then he notices Conquest flying down, and like the way the camera panned, like it did this 3D shit. I'm like, yo, that shit looks so fucking clean. I was like, oh my God, the animation, bro. Oh man, bro. Oh man, like, and I'll say this, right? The first time I watched the episode, because I watched the episode, before making this video, I watched the episode like 2 or 3 times. The first time I watched it, it was around the time I just woke up and freshened up. That first time, I had no words. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know. When I finished the episode, I did not know what to say. That's why, this video is coming a little late. I had to gather, I had to rewatch the episode a couple more times to gather my thoughts. Cause this episode was a lot. Like, a lot of shit went down in this episode. To all the people that don't watch Invincible, y'all motherfuckers are missing out. Okay, y'all need to lock in and watch this show. Like, I watched a lot of a lot of fictional shows in my life. Invincible is in my top 10. I'm just gonna say that. Bro, man, oh my God. Now, again, right? I told y'all in the Invincible War rant video, like, I don't read the comic, but I do know about key moments in the Invincible comic, like key moments, right? But I don't read the comic. I try my best to avoid spoilers, but I do know a lot of key moments in the show that have yet to be animated. I don't know the full details because I'll try to avoid knowing the full details, but I'll say this, right? While I really I knew Rex was gonna die, I knew Rex was gonna die. Like, I knew about Rex's death, I think last year. I didn't know how he was gonna die. I just knew he was gonna die. And I'll say this, when I saw that funeral part of the episode, nigga, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like around my second time watching the episode, when I saw that funeral scene, like Rex's funeral scene, bruh, nigga, I shed a tear, bruh. Like, you know how rare it is? I watch a show and I shed a tear watching it. It's been a very long time since I shed any tear watching a fictional show. I think the last time I shed a tear watching fiction, like a fictional show, maybe it was Steven Universe or some shit. Maybe. It was either Steven Universe or Naruto when they brought back Toonami in like 2013 or some shit like that. When like Haku died and all that, and Zabuza died with them. I remember I shed a tear at the time, and I also, something in Steven Universe. I think there was this song in Steven Universe or some shit that shit made me shed a tear. I don't know if it was with Bismuth or with Pearl. I don't remember. I just know that shit. Oh my God, that shit made me shed a tear. But yeah, Rex's death, because I know a lot of people don't have the strongest feelings towards Rex. Nigga, I actually liked Rex a lot. Like, even when he was a dick, nigga, he was one of my favorite characters. He was one of my favorite characters. I literally shed a tear because, there will never be another character like Rex, dude. Like, I'm not saying he was a major part of the show or anything, but his presence, like his personality, his powers, all that, his character development, like, there will never be another Rex. So I knew Rex was gonna die, but I still wasn't ready for that shit to happen. I wasn't ready. I didn't know how he was gonna die. I just knew he was gonna die. And I thought I was gonna be prepared for that shit, but I just wasn't. I wasn't. I think it's because y'all know how in the show they're changing shit up. They're switching shit up. Apparently Shrinking Ray was supposed to die to the Lizard League or some shit, but in the show they let her live. I thought they was gonna let Rex live, maybe even let him retire or some shit, have a good life with Ray. Boy, was I wrong. Like, I was like, bro, I don't know how this show is gonna operate now that Rex is gone. it just feels like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, this show won't be the same after Rex died. Like, I don't know. Now, look, I know what's to come. You know, I know key moments. I know, I saw I saw a comment, and apparently after this Conquest fight, this is when Invincible becomes invincible. Like, not the character, but I mean, like, what I mean is the show. A lot of key moments in the comic that fans talk about the most is gonna start occurring after this Conquest fight. So season 4 and beyond, you know, basically, right? All these key moments. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is. Y'all gonna have to read the comics or, you know, wait for the show to show these moments. But yeah, I get it, but damn, it's just, why did it have to be Rex? Like, why? Why did Rex have to die? I don't know, man. But, you know, wow. And I'm actually surprised, Sinclair is doing Invincible Reanimates. That is awesome. Because one of my biggest concerns, not with the show, but with the Invincible verse, is like the Earth. Like, how are they gonna prepare for when more Viltrumites pull up? Like, it can't just all fall on Mark. You know, now I know they got contingency plans. Now here's my thoughts about the Invincible, like my overall thoughts. Like, and it's more of, obviously the fight itself is really good. That's not like that's a given. Here's what I was doing as I was looking at the fight, right? Again, now, you know, I knew this fight would happen ahead of time. And a lot of people were saying in the comments, like, at the time that, you know, I was spoiled about some of the parts of this fight, people were saying, you know, Conquest, he wasn't trying, he held back, and that's how Mark beat him and whatnot. I don't know if the show changed things, but what I got from this fight was, yes, Conquest was holding back, but he was using, at least for the most part, Conquest was using like a necessary amount of force to defeat Mark. Like, he basically beat Mark. He basically beat Mark multiple times. You know, he basically beat him. Both Invincible and Conquest, they did their things, you know. I think that the writers made it so that it's even. Like, Conquest is overall stronger than Mark, but due to this specific circumstance, Invincible had a chance to win. Like, for the most part, Conquest, he used a necessary amount of force. At the same time, Invincible, he wasn't just focused on Conquest. He did not want to get anyone around him killed. He was looking after Oliver, he was looking after Eve, he was looking after all these citizens and whatnot, all these random humans. He wasn't just focused on Conquest. So he was subconsciously, he was holding back too. So Conquest had his reasons for holding back, but so did Invincible. And then throughout the fight, he lets both characters let loose, you know. But again, they let loose for their own reasons, but they also hold back for their own reasons. So I see it as the writers just found a creative way to even the playing field. In most other scenarios, Invincible, Mark would have got killed. It's just in this specific situation, the writers made it so that Conquest held back for a good reason. They developed good reasons, because I've seen worse in fiction. Like, I don't know if it's cliche. I think it's cliche. There's this cliche trope, right? The villain is stronger than the hero, but the villain is cocky and doesn't go all out from the start. And then, because he's so overconfident and he knows he's gonna win, he doesn't go all out. And thanks to plot and shit like that, the main protagonist, they find a way to win. Maybe it's through some power-up transformation, or thing, some other thing, plot device or some other shit, and it always leaves me wondering, why the fuck did this villain just like hold back? Like, come on, bruh. Like, I get it, but come on, bro. I didn't feel that way towards Conquest. I didn't feel that way. Conquest had good ass reasons for holding back, cause that nigga, I kind of pity Conquest a little bit. Like, not that no, it's more like, I feel bad for Conquest, but more like he's a sad person. Like, Conquest is sad. Nobody fucks with him. Other Viltrumites don't want to be around him. He has no friends. All he has is just like fighting and combat and all that shit. And he rarely gets to let loose and whatnot. I kind of pity him. He's just sad as fuck. Like I just feel like sorry for him because he's so sad. Like, he's sad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that it's kind of hard to explain. Like, have y'all ever just like, y'all seen a terrible person and y'all just pity them? Y'all just pity them. You would never want to be like them. That's how I felt towards Conquest as a character. I just felt bad for that nigga. Like, damn. I was like, oh my God. So he was just savoring the moment. And the thing is, he was holding back, but not too much. Again, he used a necessary amount of force. Why would you want to go all out when there's not a real reason to? Like, there's moments where Mark, he let loose, but it just wasn't enough. Like, in many other scenarios, Mark would have gotten killed, but thanks to Eve being there, he got saved. Like, Eve saved that nigga. Conquest did everything he had to do. Invincible tried his best, but it just wasn't enough. And I think Eve's special attack, cause when Eve got killed, bro, I was like, damn, they really killed that girl. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, I thought she was getting the upper hand. And then, I don't know, bop, she got packed. I'm like, that shit was gruesome, fam. Like, damn. And I already knew about her special powers. I didn't know how it worked. I kind of forgot about her mental blocks and all that. But I low-key knew, that wasn't the end of Eve. But I did not know she damaged Conquest that much. I think thanks to that attack, Mark had an advantage. And then Mark used that advantage to kill, not kill, but he defeated Conquest in the end. I think Conquest did everything he had to do. It's just plot defeated him. I'm just gonna say that. Plot defeated him. Now, yeah, but so most shows can't accomplish this. Usually when I see a villain hold back, I feel like, oh my God, this is stupid. No, I didn't feel this way towards this fight. So I'll definitely say that I didn't feel this way towards this fight, which is good, which is definitely good, definitely good. It was insane. Like, wow. It was insane. This might be the best fight in the show so far. Even better than the Nolan, in the Omniman Invincible fight. Even better than that. Even better. Now, I will say this, the Omniman Invincible fight, that was more emotional. So it's kind of like, this fight was not as emotional, but it was way more violent, way more action-packed. The Omni-Man fight was more emotional, I'll definitely say that. So it's like two sides of the same coin, I guess. It was insane. Like, wow. Now I did also try to give Invincible advice. Like, please don't try to talk to this nigga. Don't try to reason with this nigga. Don't try to, and for a second, he damn near tried to do it. Cause he was like, stop, he made Conquest stop. Like, he was like, stop, just listen to me. Nah, nigga, just fucking beat his ass. Stop that shit. Like, yo, that's what I also wanted to talk about. That just reminded me of a point I wanted to make, a talking point. Here's my thing with Invincible as a character. I hate how hard-headed he can be. Like, I hate how hard-headed Invincible, like, Mark can be. Like, it took millions of, like, God knows how many innocent people dying for Mark to just lock in and beat this nigga's ass. Like, why? Why is he like this? It took, no. It didn't just take people dying. It took Eve damn near dying for Mark to finally fully lock the fuck in. All Conquest wanted you to do, Mark, was lock in 100%. That's all you had to do. Why did it take so many people dying for you to get to that point? I get your mom said, don't kill hero. Nigga, this is a fucking full-blooded Viltrumite, bruh. No offense, but fuck your mom right now. Fuck your mom, nigga. This is a fucking Viltrumite. You think these aliens play by the same rules as Earth villains, nigga? Like, they don't give a fuck about that shit. I thought Omniman made him realize that. I thought Anissa, Thula, motherfucking Steve Harvey, the Steve Harvey nigga, Loken, the bald black nigga. Like, I thought them niggas made Invincible realize that. Apparently not. Like, why is he like this? Cecil is trying to reason with this nigga. And granted, again, earlier in the season, Mark and Cecil had their little differences. Both had good points, but Cecil had better points overall. Like, why can't Invincible just see reason immediately? It takes people getting killed for him to see reason. It took so many people dying just for him to understand where Oliver is coming from. Why is Mark like this? He's so fucking hard-headed. Like, does he understand? I wish Cecil told Mark his backstory. Like, y'all know how we saw Cecil's backstory. I wish Cecil told Mark he was just like him when he was younger. I don't know why Cecil didn't do none of that shit, but it's whatever, bro. This nigga Invincible is so fucking hard-headed. Holy shit. Like, he's not gonna lock in when innocent people are dying, but he gonna lock in when his family's in danger. Like, oh my God. I just don't like that quality about him, Look, some people in this world just have to get their asses beat to make them learn. Like, some people learn through getting their asses beat. But when Invincible gets his ass beat, the entire planet pays the price. So I don't like that method. Like, there are normal people that are hard-headed like him. You just gotta beat their ass. Like, go somewhere private, whoop their ass, teach them a lesson. No, Invincible, that nigga, he's a Viltrumite. That nigga, you gotta fling this nigga across the planet for him to see reason. And when you do that, the shockwaves gonna kill people nearby. And, why? Invincible, you gotta lock in. Season 4, bro, onward, you gotta lock the fuck in. Them Viltrumites gonna pull up. All these niggas gonna pull up. You gotta do your thing, bro. That's what Omniman trying to tell your ass, nigga. Like, come on, man. Like, damn. Now, I saw the comments, right? And they brought up good points about Cecil. Cecil's being a dumbass because he doesn't understand that what is a fucking explosion gonna do to Conquest? Like, it's not gonna do shit. He should have listened to Mark and burned his body and shit like that, or if you're gonna keep Conquest around, use that little thing that generates the frequency that harms Viltrumite's ears and shit. Where is that? Why you need an explosion for it? Nigga, just use use that low vibration sound thing that Viltrumites hate so much. I don't know. I don't know if he is gonna do it. I don't know, cause Cecil normally isn't this stupid. So maybe they'll address that in season 4. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. This was overall a really good season. I have a special place in my heart for season 1. So I still think season 1 is the best season. But season 3 is obviously second best. Season 2 is the weakest season in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think though. About the Conquest fight, about the best season, about Cecil's actions, Mark's actions, all that stuff. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your boys. Discord link in the description. All my other links are in the description too. So all that at me. Just get it. Invincible season 4. I'm waiting.